Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking to you about another important scholarship opportunity which is currently open across the world. It is Chevening scholarship which is offered by UK government. I'll talk to you everything about Chevening, and in addition I'll also show you how to do the online application. Lastly, I'll tell you about a former recipient of this particular scholarship scheme who is ever ready to help prospective applicants in terms of anything or any help that they will ever need. So I will encourage you to stay with me to the end of this video. Now let's get started. So this is the official web page of Chevening scholarship. Now, first of all, you have to select your country. So you come down to this page. So you can see over here your country or territory. So for the purpose of this, I'll select Ghana. But there are lots of countries that are eligible for this scholarship scheme. So you can select your country. After that, there are currently two awards that are offered in this scholarship scheme. We have the scholarship and the fellowship. But for this, I'll select scholarship. Then you click on search. So after that, this is what you see. So this is the information I want us to go through. So let's start over here. Applications for 2023-2024 Chevening scholarships are now open. Chevening is the UK government international scholarships program funded by the FCDO and partner organizations. We offer awards to study in the UK for 1 year on a fully funded master's degree course. This is a fully funded scholarship, so I'm very sure you'll be glad to know more about it. Successful Chevening candidates come from a diverse range of countries and backgrounds, but they all demonstrate the passion, vision, and skills needed to shape a better world. There are many benefits to being selected, including fully funded tuition fees, access to some of the best quality education in the world, exclusive networking opportunities, and the chance to explore the UK's diverse culture. At the end of your scholarship, you will join our diverse community of over 50,000 global alumni. You will return home equipped with the knowledge and networks to bring your ideas to life and thrive in your career. These are the required documents that you will need to upload when you are shortlisted for interview. All Chevening applicants must submit their education documents, references, and one unconditional UK university offer. The deadline for these required documents are in the application timeline. I will show you shortly. If you are conditionally selected for a Chevening scholarship, it is essential that you submit these documents in order to remain in the process. So for the selection updates and timelines, you receive email updates about your application status at each step of the selection process. You can also check your status on the online application system. So there are guidelines over here, the application guidelines that you can read for further information. We will go through very shortly. Let's continue. So what is included, or what benefits will you get as a recipient of this scholarship? You get free tuition fees, a monthly stipend, travel costs to and from the UK, an arrival allowance, a homeward departure allowance, the cost of one visa application, and a travel grant to attend Chevening events in the UK. Before you proceed to apply to this scholarship, it is advisable that you read the salient information that are captured over here under courses, eligibility, references, and work experience. So let's take a short time and go through each of these criteria. Let's begin with courses. So for this scholarship scheme, you will need to select 3 different master's courses. These can be 3 different courses at the same institution, or 3 similar courses at up to 3 different universities in the UK. Applicants are required to select 3 course choices when applying for a Chevening award. This means that you have an alternative options if for any reason you are not offered a place on your first course option. Applicants are supposed to note that you cannot change your courses after you submit your application, so it is advisable that you choose the courses carefully. The only exception is when you are given permission to do so at the interview stage. For the eligible courses, this is what you have to know whether a course is eligible or not. The courses you choose must be full-time and it should start usually in September or October. It should be taught masters, not research focused. It should lead to a master's degree qualification, and the course should also be based in the UK. Courses cannot be part-time, distant learning, less than 9 months in duration, more than 12 months in duration, PhD or DPhil, taught with more than 1 month of study outside the UK. You can use this tab over here, which is a course finder, to find the eligible courses for this particular program in the UK. So let's see how we can use this course finder to find the courses that you want to study in this scholarship. So after clicking on that button, you'll be sent to this particular page where you can choose your course. So there are a lot of options over here, courses that you can select. So we come down to this page, we have the UK location. So if you want to select a particular course in a particular university in a particular location in UK, we have a lot of locations over here. We have London, North East, Northwest, all of them are over here. If you are not interested in any of the location and you are okay with any of them, you can choose all regions. Otherwise, you have to select the particular location. Then you have to select the course. If you know of any course, the title of the course, you can type it over here, or you can also type the name of any university you are interested in, which is in UK, and find out their courses over there. So for the purpose of this, let me just type biomedical science. So after that, you click on search. So these are the universities that are offering biomedical science in UK. Master's taught course. So you can see biomedical science by Bangor University School of Medical Science. You have that of University of Bristol. There are a lot of institutions which are offering a course in biomedical science. So if you are interested in any of them, you just click. So for this University of Dundee, for instance, you can click over here and read more about the course. So this is a summary of the course. If you read about it and you are interested, then you can use the name of this course, that is Biomedical and Molecular Sciences, MSc, and the name of the university in your application process. So this is how you find your courses, 3 courses for this particular scholarship. After looking at the courses and eligible courses, let's now focus on the eligibility criteria. So you come back to the main page and click on this eligibility. So you get to know who is eligible for this. Now, ineligible applications will be rejected. So it is important that you check that you meet the eligibility criteria before you start your application. To be eligible for a Chevening scholarship, you must be a citizen of a Chevening eligible country or territory. You should also return to your country of citizenship for a minimum of 2 years after your award has ended. You should have completed all components of an undergraduate degree that will enable you to gain entry onto a postgraduate program at a UK university by the time you submit your application. This is typically equivalent to an upper second class honors degree in the UK, but may be different depending on your course and university choice. You should have at least 2 years of work experience, that is a minimum of 2,800 hours of work time. You should apply to 3 different eligible UK university courses and have received an unconditional offer from one of these choices by 13th July 2023. You are not eligible for a Chevening scholarship if you hold a British or dual British citizenship, if you hold refugee status in a non-Chevening eligible country, if you are also an employee, a former employee or relative of an employee of Her Majesty's government, or have been within the last 2 years from the opening of Chevening applications, you are also ineligible. Employees, former employees or relative of an employee of Chevening partner organizations are eligible to apply, but if the employment took place within the last 2 years, you cannot receive a Chevening partner award from the organization from which you previously worked or affiliated with through relatives. If you have previously studied in the UK with funding from a UK government funded scholarship, you are also ineligible. If you already have a master's degree, you are eligible to apply. So having a master's degree doesn't prevent you from applying for a Chevening award to study for a second master's degree in the UK, as long as you can clearly explain why it will help you fulfill your career plan to influence positive change in your home country. To increase the chances of students being successful in this award scheme, they have pointed out a lot of errors that prospective candidates make, which make them unsuccessful in this endeavor. So you can see over here a list of common errors. When you click over here, you get to know the common ones, and I will advise you to do so that you also don't repeat the same mistake, which will make you unsuccessful in this scholarship application. So there are lots of them over here. They have been categorized into various categories. We have the pre-screen, the application form, personal details, work experience, among others. I will advise you to take your time and read all these so that you don't repeat those mistakes. Let's now move to references. So for the references, what do you have to know about it? When you click on the link, it will take you to this place. References are an integral part of Chevening selection process. You must supply the names of 2 referees when you submit your application. If your application is progressed to the next stage of the process, you'll be required to upload 2 reference letters to the online application system by the relevant deadline. You should note that Chevening will not contact your referees to complete or upload references. It is your responsibility to obtain and upload references on behalf of referees. At a later stage, the British Embassy or High Commission may contact your referees for verification. You are advised to submit 2 references to the online application system prior to the deadline, and will only in exceptional circumstances accept references submitted in person to the Embassy or High Commission during interview. If you are applying for a Chevening fellowship, this deadline may not apply. You will be advised when you need to upload reference letters prior to your interview. So these are the important steps you need to know about what actually goes into the references. So who can be a referee? The details are over here. You can read for yourself. There are also frequently asked questions about these references. Can I change my referee details on the online application system? Can my references be submitted in another language? How do I upload my references on the online application system? How many references do I need to upload? Instructions for referees. All of them are over here. You can read so that you increase your chance of getting this particular scholarship. Let's now look at the work experience. So you can also click on that to find out more about the work experience. You must ensure that you meet the minimum work experience requirement for the scholarship before submitting your Chevening application. Chevening scholarships require the applicant to have at least 2 years of work experience. If you do not already have the required level of work experience, you will be unable to submit your application. So what constitutes work experience? We have full-time employment, part-time employment, voluntary work, paid or unpaid internships. Work experience can be completed before, during, or after graduating from your undergraduate studies. However, any mandatory employment that counted towards your undergraduate or postgraduate course will not be eligible. You do not need to meet the work experience requirements in one period of employment. Applicants can submit up to 15 different employment periods in order to meet the requirement. If you have held more than 15 positions, then enter the periods which make up the greatest number of hours worked. If you are currently employed, it is not a requirement of Chevening that you resign from your position. You are advised to discuss your application with your employer, and it is your responsibility to ensure that they release you if you are selected for a Chevening scholarship. So this is how you calculate your work experience. Your entries will be calculated automatically by multiplying the number of weeks worked by the number of hours worked per week. For this calculation, a working week comprises 35 to 60 hours and a working year comprises 40 to 50 weeks. Anything that exceeds the upper limit for full-time employment will be deemed ineligible. The minimum number of hours an applicant must have before applying for a Chevening scholarship is as follows. For the Chevening scholarship, that is 2 years work experience, which is 2,800 hours. If you have worked part-time, the minimum requirement will have been accumulated over a long period. And guys, you have to meet this requirement if you intend to be successful in this scholarship. We are now going to look at what you need to know about the interview if you are successful and shortlisted for the interview. So you come up the page and click on interviews. If you are shortlisted to interview for a Chevening scholarship, you will be invited to attend an interview in your home country, in the city or town where the British Embassy or High Commission has a representation. Whilst you might naturally feel nervous in advance of the interview, you should remember to have made it to the interview stage is a huge achievement, and it means that you are already one of the strongest candidates. An interview is a great opportunity to really demonstrate why you should be selected for a scholarship and why you should join the Chevening community. For booking the interview, you'll receive an email with instructions on how to book your interview slots, which is available on a first come first served basis. So they suggest that you book your slot as soon as possible. Over here, you find a lot of information about how to prepare for the interview, before the interview, preparing for the interview, the Chevening interview. All of them are over here. What you should expect after the interview. All applicants will be informed of the outcome of their interview after the global interview period from around early to mid-June. Please do not contact your local British Embassy or High Commission, as updates on the status of your application cannot be provided earlier. So this is what you need to know about the interview. Take your time and read all this information before you apply. Let's now look at the Chevening application timeline. You can find the link over here under required documents or under selection updates and timeline. So let's click on this link. You now get to know the Chevening application process from the beginning to the end. So this is a rundown of what the Chevening process is all about. The process of selecting Chevening scholars takes a minimum of 8 months from the application deadline to when applicants are conditionally selected for an award. Here is an overview of the application and selection process, so you always know what is going on. Firstly, the application was opened in 2nd August. Then after the application or scholarship has been opened, it will be closed on 1st of November. So the deadline for this scholarship application is 1st November of this year, that is 2022. Closes at 12 o'clock GMT. Then on 2nd November, applications are sifted against eligibility criteria, the criteria we just looked at. So those who don't meet those criteria will be rejected. Afterwards, from mid-November to December 2022, the reading committee will do an assessment. So there will be independent reading committees assessing all eligible applications. Their scores and rankings are then passed back to local British embassies or High Commission. Afterwards, from early to mid-February of next year, which is 2023, applicants will be shortlisted for interviews. Once the embassy or High Commission has reviewed the application that were passed on to them by the reading committee, they produce a short list of those who they will invite to interview. Notifications will then follow. From February to late April 2023, references and education documents will then be required to be uploaded. So shortlisted candidates will be requested to submit 2 references and their education documents prior to their interview date. Afterwards, from 27th of February to 28th of April 2023, interviews will then take place from all over the world by panels at British embassies and High Commission. From June 2023, then the much awaited results will be released. So after a month of preparation and trepidation, the strongest candidate will experience jubilation when interview results are announced from June onwards. From 13 July 2023, the deadline to receive and submit at least one unconditional UK university offer, which is that particular date. Then from September-October 2023, studies begin in the UK. 2022-2023 Chevening scholars commence their studies in the UK and enter into an international network that they will be a part of for the rest of their lives. Let's now look at how you can submit the online application for this scholarship. So coming back to this main page, you can click on this button, apply today. After clicking on that, you'll be taken to this page. Let's read this information. If you are interested in applying for a Chevening award, you are encouraged to review the guidance on this website to ensure that you have the best possible chance of being selected. Applications for 2023-2024 Chevening awards are now open. The deadline has already been talked about. You have to note that please note that we do not store applicant registration details from previous years, so all applicants will need to register as new users regardless of whether they have applied previously. Let's find some information over here. So click on the guidance over here. I want to show you something over there. So who can apply for a Chevening scholarship? Chevening enables outstanding emerging leaders from all over the world to pursue one-year master's degree in the UK. There is no such thing as a typical Chevening scholar, but those who are successful tend to have ambition, leadership qualities, and a passion for influencing positive change in their home countries. We encourage you to apply if you meet our eligibility criteria and other requirements. Your gender, age, there is no upper limit, sexual orientation, religion, marriage or parental status, caste, class, or other attributes do not matter to us. What matters is your ability to submit a thoughtful application that demonstrates you are capable of excelling on an intense master's course in the UK and that you have a clear vision for your future. So guys, before we begin the online application, I wanted you to know that you are equally eligible to win this scholarship. There is no favoritism in the selection process. Anybody at all qualifies to apply. There is no upper age limit for this scholarship. So irrespective of your age, you can apply. Let's now start the application process. So this is the portal where you can start the process. If you have already created an account, you can log in over here. Otherwise, you have to click on register here as a new user. So let's click on that. You will then be required to fill in some details to create an account. Click on accept. So this is where you can please complete this form to create an account on our online application system. Fills with red asterisk and mandatory. Ensure that the name you provide below is the same as the name on your passport. Please complete your profile and your name in Latin script. So we have the title, we have the pronouns, we have your email address and an additional email address, your telephone number, your home phone, and all this information are over here. So I'm going to input all these entries so that you can create an account. With the email address, you are advised to use your personal email only. So after filling in all these details, you now click on submit. Now if you click on submit, this is the notification that you receive. That is if all the details you entered are correct. So thank you for registering. A link to activate your account will be emailed to you. So after this, you can check your email address for the link. So this is the email that was sent to me. So you click on this link to activate your account. After clicking on the link, you are now required to create a password for your account, and these are the specifications for the password. When you are done with the password, you click on submit. After clicking on submit, you will then be directed to this page. Please complete your profile and click the validate button below. This is the validate profile button. Please complete your profile and your name in Latin script. So these are the details. These are the details that you submitted earlier on. If there are any mistakes, you can correct them over here. If you have any additional email in addition to the one you submitted, you can also type it over here. The address that you also submitted is also pre-selected over here. So your state, province or region. So let me select, let's say, Greater Accra region. Then your date of birth. You are supposed to type your date of birth over here. And you confirm same over here. For the country of citizenship, you are also supposed to select it. So I'll choose Ghana for this one. Do you hold dual citizenship? No. Your country of birth, you have to also select. Let me choose Ghana. You can select your country of birth. The state I also choose Greater Accra region. If you fill in all these details, you are to click on save to calculate your age after your date of birth has been entered. So if you click on save, this date of birth, they'll be able to calculate your age. So let's click on that. After clicking on save, the age has been calculated to be 29 years. You can then click on validate profile. After validating your profile, this is what you see: contact profile completed. Please click here to view your home page. So let's click over here. You are then directed to this page. So this, you see some tabs over here: my applications, interviews, available open hours, and historical applications. If you click over there, you see a lot of information over there. So this is your page. Now you can see over here: in progress applications 0, submitted or under review applications 0, unsuccessful applications, and conditionally selected and reserved awards 0. If you want to begin the application, you click on available open awards. So over here you see the list of available open awards. So far only one scholarship application has been started or has started. So you can see Ghana Chevening scholarship. So you click apply over here. New eligibility questionnaire. You are supposed to fill all these details. Are you a citizen of Chevening eligible country? That is yes. If you choose no, you will not proceed to the interview stage. Will you return to the home country or territory through which you are applying for a Chevening award after your award has ended? I understand that further opportunities for study or work in the UK are not an exception to the return home policy, and agree to not apply for any other visa category in the UK. Guys, you should remember that for this Chevening scholarship, after the award, you have to return to your home country for a minimum of 2 years. If you return, you select yes. If you select no, you will not proceed to the next stage. So if you are not interested, you back off. Do you have an undergraduate degree that will enable you to gain entry into a postgraduate program at a UK university? This is typically equivalent to an upper second class honors degree in the UK. So yes. Do you have the minimum work experience as stated below? That is 2 years work experience equivalent to 2,800 hours. Yes. Are you at least 18 years of age? Yes. Will you have completed your undergraduate degree before the date of submitting this application? Yes. You have to know that the answers to these questions can affect you proceeding to the next stage. Are you applying for a scholarship for a course of study commencing in the UK autumn term 2023? Yes. When you are done, you click on submit. So that is the pre-screen questions. So what we just answered are the eligibility questionnaire. Now these are the pre-screen questionnaire. You have successfully passed the eligibility questionnaire. Please complete the pre-screen questionnaire in order for the system to determine if you may complete the application form. Do you aspire to be, or are you already a leader, decision maker, or opinion former in your home countries? Guys, this is a very important determinant for you to progress to the next stage of this scholarship. So if you know you don't meet this requirement, I'm afraid you'll be ineligible for this scholarship. So let's choose yes. Are you a British citizen? No. Have you previously studied in the UK with funding from a UK government funded scholarship? No. If you have, as you got to know, you will not be eligible. Have you been employed in a permanent, temporary, or internship role since July 2020 by the UK government, the British Council, or the Association of Commonwealth Universities? No. Have any of your immediate relatives been employed by the above organization since July 2020? No. So you click on submit pre-screen when you are done. So after clicking on save draft and clicking on submit, this is the page that it will direct you to. You can now start submitting your application. So over here you can see a lot of tabs over here. You can see background, essay questions, you can see application information, terms and conditions, upload document, and submit. So under background, these are the information that you can see. The information you entered will automatically be updated over here. We have education. You have to add your education details, which I'm sure you can easily read and submit. Then we have the essay questions. Under this, you have to write an essay. So we have the leadership and influence. Chevening is looking for individuals who will be future leaders or influencers in their home countries. Explain how you meet this requirement using clear examples of your own leadership and influencing skills to support your answer. So the minimum word count is 100 and the maximum is 500. You have your relationship building and shared learning. All of them are over here. You have to read carefully and answer accordingly. You also have the application information over here, the university application details. You can apply to 3 different courses at the same university with similar course titles, 3 different courses with similar course titles at 3 different universities, or 3 courses at 3 different universities all with the same course titles. The rest of the information is over here, which you can also read and fill accordingly. We have the terms and conditions over here, where you have to agree that after winning the award you have to return to your home country, in addition to other terms and conditions which are also spelled out over here. Lastly, we have the upload document and submit. So the needed documents that you need to upload are also spelled out over here, which you have to upload and submit, including the unconditional offer for the courses of study, the conditional offers for proposed courses of study. All of them are over here. So when you are done, then you now click on submit to Chevening. Guys, when all this information are filled accurately and correctly, you are expected to be shortlisted for the interview if you meet all the eligibility requirements and answer the questions appropriately. So guys, I wish you all the best in your application process. Like I promised earlier in this video, there is a former recipient of this scholarship scheme that I've come across on YouTube. I will share her details in the video description. She was a former scholar who is currently an alumnus, and she is ever ready to help prospective applicants with any information pertaining to Chevening. You just send her a DM and she will reply accordingly. So I'll leave the details in the description and you can follow up if you are interested. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, because I have a lot of information to share with you, including other big scholarship opportunities which are yet to come. So guys, till then, bye.